चालू तर केलं यार, चेक करा एकदा. वाईट नाही गेला तो. हां अरे तेच थांब घे. वाईड अँगल आपोआप स्विच झाला आहे तो. ओके, इज इट ओके? सर आल्यावर सर सांगते एकदा. माझा आवाज येतो का चेक करा एकदा. आवाज लाईव्ह चॅट एक जण बघा. सर कशी ठीक आहे इतकं. सुषमा 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 इथं उभे टाक ना एकदा, म्हणजे अंधार यायला ते कळत. हां थोडं असं सुषमा, थोडं असं हो अजून. हां अरे अंधार वगैरे पडतं कळते. थोडं इकडे असं, इकडे इकडे जाय. अरे लाईव्ह आहे आता. हां ओके ओके. ब्राईटनेस फुल आहे तिचा. सुषमा इकडे. नोटिफिकेशन म्यूट होतं. नोटिफिकेशन म्यूट होतं. परफेक्ट आहे. येस सर. बॅक नको जाऊ. हां माहीत नाही पडत ना पडत. ठीक आहे सर. एक मिनिट आपण दिसतं एवढं काही सीन नाही तसा. सर सॉरी बघून घ्या, म्हणजे तुम्हाला कसं फॅन बंद करून टाकायचं. Okay. I think we're good to go. Fair enough. This is good. Okay. Good morning to all of you on this Saturday. I'm seeing some new faces, right? So today's topic is again for this Saturday lecture. All those who are joining us live also, we are going to talk about a very recent news that came in. that is the Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, will be the nodal agency which will be conducting the annual graduate aptitude test in engineering examination. Now, keeping this in mind, and since I have got a lot of requests about people wanting to, what topic will you take? This is one topic which has eluded a lot of us. We have got to work on it. So today we will be talking about GATE. And when I say we will talk about GATE, it is in quite a comprehensive term. I want to share my insights with all of you. When I was engineering final year, I did appear for the GATE exam. At that time, I got some all India rank of 6,000 something. Then I have given that exam a couple of times. I did not qualify. In 2020, again I wrote the exam. This time a different paper I wrote the XC. I'll talk about that also. And I got a good rank and I qualified. So let's begin. What does the website say? GATE is a prestigious national level exam that assesses the candidates for comprehensive understanding in various undergraduate levels of subjects in engineering, technology, science, architecture and humanities. This year it is being organized by Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore. Right? I think we'll get the fan on and I'll speak a little louder because it is getting a little humid, right? So some of them will just switch those things on. We'll get a microphone also. Does the Bluetooth connect with this? No, right? Next time we'll try. Very good. Both are on? Okay. So the idea for GATE, why is this exam there? What exactly it means? There are a lot of things. First of all, I break the exam down, and as you received the invite also, it was graduate aptitude test in engineering. So there's a graduate and you are not graduate. Even if you are not graduated, you will be appearing for that exam. So this is how the notification looks directly from the GATE 2024 I think it's ISC.basic. Go to the next slide. Rather, if you stay on the same home page, it will give that the organizing institute is there. It is being conducted by IISc Bengaluru and 7 IITs, the old ones, Bombay, Delhi, Guwahati, Kanpur, Kharagpur, Madras and Roorkee, on the behalf of National Coordination Board, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India. You don't read the websites. You generally, many of the times if you go and ask anybody, you appear for the exam, did you read the notification? And they are like, yes, I don't know where the notification was, things like that. Next, what are the opportunities? They will seek possible financial assistance to master's programs, direct doctoral programs in engineering, technology, architecture, science and humanities, in the relevant branches in institutions supported by the Ministry of Education. It is also used by some colleges and institutions for admission to postgraduate programs without the scholarship. Several public sector undertakings have also been using the GATE score for recruitment. So, primarily, what the opportunities are? First, you will be, it is essentially an entrance exam. So, obviously, entrance exam from graduation to post-graduation, that is your master's programs. Why is this exam conducted? It was basically for providing those scholarships, right? How do you provide a scholarship? Somebody who is qualified as a scholar gets a scholarship. That is one of the things. So, aided or funding of the student is done through a stipend. Possible again. That is for masters. If you want to do an MTech, masters in engineering. Then there is a PhD. So, even after you have completed your masters, you appear for GATE and it actually gives you a direct entry to PhD programs. That also takes place. So many things are there. You will find everything online. I just wanted to tell you, this is the color of the website, this is how it looks. You should all visit it. Not just on the deadline of that day or just like that. Read it. This actually tells you a lot of things which we possibly miss out. Another important thing that a lot of students want to do GATE for is public sector undertakings, right? Currently, the public sector undertaking is huge in terms of aspirations of the student. that we want to go work for maybe ONGC, we want to work for maybe say SAIL or gas GAIL, right, or maybe steel plant. So these kind of SAIL. So all these exams, some of them conduct their own exams, many of them rely on GATE, especially for those who are from electronics, electrical, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, right, BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited. These are all huge companies. We don't realize their worth or in terms of scale when we are doing engineering, but the work these companies are doing is tremendous, and primarily they come with a very good pay package. They come with a job security, NTPC, NHPC, so on and so forth. So all these things, they add to our aspirations of why should we go and attempt this examination. That is one part. Please come to this. Next. So why? So this up to this point it was from the website. Now I'll just break it. I've read out the website, I've read out the what things are there. Now let us begin with our perception. It says that it is a graduate, it is an aptitude, it is a test in engineering. This was the name. Okay, architecture has been added, humanities has been added, right? And I will be visiting which new papers to which you can appear for GATE. Many times computer science students come and say, sir, which exam will be appear? So we'll go to that point also. Why GATE? Can I get some answers from you? What does this exam mean to you? By the way, how many of you are in final year right now? 1, 2. Third year? Okay. And second year? Fantastic. So those who are in second year, they are at the right place at the right time. Those who are in final year, they are also at the right place at the right time. Because this is the time, right? When you are in final year, it is the time when your GATE score will matter, you will be taking some decisions. Okay? So why GATE? Can I get some answers from the crowd? Any? Yeah. PSU. Directly. Sir, हमको नौकरी करनी है. कहाँ करनी है? Public sector undertaking. आप GATE qualify करके जाओगे, you will join as an engineer. There's a lot of. In fact, I was talking to one of my students, and he's in ONGC 2 days ago, and he told me a very interesting thing. He has a diploma and he got recruited on the basis of that. And he is earning more than what a private sector engineering guy earns based on his diploma, right? He completed his degree, he is not yet GATE qualified, and he says that, sir, if I just qualify GATE, I will get a promotion and my package will double. Right now itself it is good, now it will double. So I am thinking whether or not to increase that. Right now everything is going on, everything is well, I am taken care of, right? He works in ONGC. So now ONGC he works on the Mumbai oil fields, right? So it's a 15 days on, 15 days off. On 15 days he sits in a helicopter, goes, stays on that platform for 15 days. After that comes back, goes to his hometown, sleep there, relax. Because that is a very high consuming job. There is a job that requires a lot of effort. So PSUs is a very good answer. Any other answer? Yeah. MTech in IITs. Sir, GATE is one. Sit down. Thank you. Your good name? Rohit. Good Rohit. So, sir, GATE is one thing that will send you to an IIT. And it is always good to go and learn at an institution of national importance, central government, where a lot of things are there. Right? Yes. Any other? Yeah? DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization. Again, what time is the launch? By the way, PSU is launching right? 11? 15, okay, right now. Right? Okay, any other?
Chance to have research opportunities in IRSC.
Chance to have a research opportunities and IRSC, right? So research is one aspect, employment is second aspect. These two aspects are coming out from the answers, right? Anybody else wants to add anything? Why India?
Become a self-dependent scholarship.
Okay, it definitely gives you a scholarship because after final year, when you go and you are working, right? So after final year, you are expected to earn. And once you dedicate yourself to research, earning is not that, software company, Friday parties and just like things like that. Because research is a hard work, it doesn't attract that kind of money all the time, right? So yes, it definitely gives you, once you get a stipend, you can actually pursue, because if you want to go into deep research, if you want to work hard, if you want to go and research something which is beyond the basic bare minimum undergraduate level, then it is important for you to have some kind of a sustenance. So yes, it definitely comes into it. Anything else? Okay, so basically, I look at it from a different perspective. Now all of you have been looking at it from the student's perspective, correct? I will bring in a small change or an enhancement of a teacher's perspective. GATE is an exit exam. What is the meaning of an exit exam? You have completed a 4-year course, right? You complete a 4-year or 5-year law course, you still cannot practice law until you get a license to practice law. That is known as Sanad, right? That is the license to practice law, and I think you can focus it on the screen itself because I am using the word. Okay, so that is what we do. That is the thing where you get the license to practice law. That is the first part. The second part of again all of this program is what I look at it as opportunities. Once an exam is there, national importance is there, the opportunities which all of you have told me, I agree 100% with those, because those are the correct opportunities. Next, and this is important, it is a level playing field. It is a level playing field where anybody can go and anybody can give that exam. Have you ever wondered that, sir, there were 1 lakh engineering seats in Maharashtra, we got into one engineering seat, all of us wanted maybe a college of engineering, Pune or TI, right? Those colleges we did not get. That is fine. There was again one exam. See, exam, the beauty of exams is this thing. It doesn't differentiate. The exam will not differentiate between where you have come from. It is open to all. Right? Correct? You understand? You agree with me on this one? That exam is open to all. कोई भी आके exam form भर दो, बन जाओ. Take example of UPSC, for example, we were talking about it. All IITians appear for UPSC. Many of the IITians appear for UPSC. They have rich experience, this and that. And somebody who has not even gone to IIT, normal simple college, maybe a BA degree, yes, and he also cracks, and he may become all India rank 1, right? That happens. So generally, what happens is this is an exam which is a level playing field for all engineers. Why am I focusing on these 3 aspects? Exit exam, opportunities, and a level playing field is before we start our preparation, we have to understand that what we are getting into. What are we going to do? What is the nature of this competition? What the exam is? Okay, why GATE is then? What is the exam? It is a test of aptitude. It is a test of your engineering aptitude. In simple and plain words, I will test how much or how well you know data structures, or maybe electronics, or maybe how well you know matrices, which is basic boring aptitude, to be very honest, right? अब GATE का पढ़ाई शुरू होगा मैट्रिक्स पढ़ना पड़ेगा, the Fourier transforms and all. We don't use it anymore, right? Even ENTC doesn't use it in the early or final year that much. Do you want to go and study M3? Most of you are second year, they're still studying M3, right? But it is a test of aptitude. It is a test of comprehensive preparation. This is important. See, in engineering, it's a skill-based course and a knowledge-based course. So engineering is a amalgamation of both your engineering skills as well as the engineering knowledge. Skill is something with which you will do something, you will produce a work from it, you may be designing something, solving some problems. But knowledge will be the driving force towards betterment of those skills. I'll give you a basic example. Take the example of a CNC machine. Right? We have a machine and most of you have worked on it. Right? It is a machine tool. On the very fact of it, basis of it, what does it do? So there is a machine, there is a block of metal, there is a cutter, it cuts the metal. That's it, right? You master the code, which codes are there, how to cut, which metal, which tool to use, what will be the offset, this and that, and you are able to produce a lot of products. That makes you a skilled machine operator. That makes you what? It definitely makes you. Even ITI has those things, CNC operators. So you are a skilled machine operator. What is then going to be the nature of, if we have say 10 such machines and you want to run a company and that company has to be in profit, what will you do? You need some engineering background to it, supply chain management, inventory control, maintenance, costing, right? Sourcing, warehousing, all this aspect gets taken care of in the industry side of things. So you are running a company, you are working in a company which has all these production lines or these materials, those things taken care of. What is going to be the next generation of machines? How will you decide or how will you work on tool failure? There's a tool which is cutting, right? It is bound to get blunt, right? And the part will be not good. So you have to change the tool. What are the cutting forces involved? Microscopic structure, development of new materials, development of new tools, development of cleaner machining, because machining is also very harmful to the environment based on a lot of things. It consumes a lot of energy. There's a metal produced, there are those things produced. So everything when you look at it, the third component, which is the research component. 1% of the industry works on a research. Just one. Rest all are not involved in research. They want to see, I have to design one machine. Once I have designed one machine, and it's a good machine, right? 100 people can start building or start working with those machines. 1000 people can start working with those machines. Not everybody has to design their own machine. Are you getting the point what I am trying to tell you? So, why I am saying you that it tests comprehensive preparation, or it basically tests comprehensive preparation here, is because GATE will look at you as an individual who should or who has a comparable amount of knowledge. Again, comparable is another part, I will come to it. Right? It's a comparable amount of knowledge of the discipline where you have studied, which actually or directly or indirectly involves you possessing the knowledge of everything. If you go into industry, it is absolutely okay if you don't remember matrices, depending on the work. If you don't remember partial differential equations, if you don't remember linear differential equations, if you don't know how to solve them, that is fine. You learned it and it was needed. At that time you were tested on it, you go into the industry, you are working on it. Maybe at some higher level where you get into research and development, you will understand the importance of all these mathematics. You may understand the importance of all that. Maybe how many from civil engineering here? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 6 students from civil engineering. Very good. So you will understand those importance, right? So once you get into industry, template is set, you work on that template. But when you are talking about research, when you want to do your masters, there you are aiming towards discovering the new knowledge. You are aiming towards discovering something which does not exist. Maybe a smart material, maybe efficient coating for the walls, because of which sunlight will, the inner room temperature will be less. How will you do that? For doing that, you will have to work, and for that there is no industry which is producing it, probably. And then that will require you to have knowledge of thermal engineering, to have knowledge of production, to have knowledge of heat transfer, so on and so forth. Building material, you have studied building material, right? This is the requirement. And to fulfill this requirement in your master's, in your doctoral degree, how do we know that a person will be able to work, to think on his own? For that, this exam. Okay, understood the point, concept, comprehensive. Then it talks about, it is the exam is of basic concepts. I will be very honest. We have done integration. How many of us can go down at the cafeteria, sit in a group, drinking coffee, and gossip about, say, calculus or integration? For us, those things are many. Formula is there, Learn. Integral x is what? X square by 2. If it is a definite integral, indefinite plus c. But we don't know what exactly is happening. Or derivative of x. What is derivative of x? 1. Why? Yes. Why is the derivative of x 1? Yeah.
Because in this graph, when we graph the equation y equal to x,
Hmm?
because the graph becomes small.
Very good. So when I am asking you derivative of x, I am actually asking you the slope of the line y is equal to x, which is a line having an angle of 45 degree with and both. Right, it's a 45 degree angle. Right. So if we are able to imagine this, it means we have understood. Then tan theta, cot theta. See, 11वीं 12वीं में वो बोझ नहीं था, तो हमको उठाने नहीं है बस. तो फिर से उठाने की तैयारी करनी है. And you build your basic concepts. Once you have built your basic concepts, I'll tell you what happens. I'll give you an example. So I was working in an industry where there was oil that was supposed to, there were parts used to come like this. Imagine that there's a pen and there's a cap, right? If you want to put a cap to the pen, there's a metal part over there. One part goes on the top of the other, and it is screwed. So other part, it used to be oiled. So there was oiling unit, and from that oil used to be supplied. 2 or 3 drops, that's it. 2 drops of oil, fit, right? Now the problem was we found out that oiling was less, and we were wondering why. Why is the oiling less? So we started looking at all the aspects, looking at it from all the different aspects. अरे oiling less क्यों हो रहा है? Oil के nozzle में problem है क्या? नहीं. फिर oil जहाँ से आ रहा है, pump होके आ रहा है, and it used to be pushed through using air. Okay, so there was this pump which was a nozzle, it used to be compressed air, used to be supplied at pulses. Then we realized that pulse जब जाता है ना, oil is going, but the moment air stops, because of the outside pressure, the oil from the nozzle reduces, and the next batch of oil is not coming in. We were working on all these things, and then we realized there is something known as an oil bubble that used to enter the pipe. And once the once the air bubble enters the pipe, no matter how much pressure you apply, it is not going to go ahead because the air will get compressed. देखा हमने जब गाड़ी से पेट्रोल निकालते हैं, right? All of the engineers were working on this. अरे इसको बबल कंप्रेसर बढ़ाएंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. The research guy came. He said, अरे oil का जो टंकी है ना, उसको ऊपर ले लो. Just place the tank above. So what will happen? The oil will be in constant flow. Air will not enter because air does not go against the atmospheric pressure. This was the basic concept. We tried to explain to you how, and see, now the point is, the person who is good with basic concepts, he will smile, oh nice, good, right? And somebody who has skipped those basic concepts, like, अच्छा उसने बोला क्या करने के लिए, let's do it for it. But the simple beauty was, whenever fluid is flowing, it will flow from under gravity, let it flow under gravity, so that in a fluid circuit, the highest point should be the reservoir. This is a single line I just told you. It is about fluid dynamics. In a fluid circuit, hydraulic circuit, the highest point should be the reservoir, so that even if there is any leakage, air doesn't get into it. It's a complicated whole. It may or may not make sense to you right now. Doesn't matter. Take your field, take your domain, and imagine, can you sit and just gossip and talk about it? Oh, this is how it is going on. That is the aspect I want all of you to understand. And obviously, and unfortunately, obviously and unfortunately, because we are a huge population, a lot of things depend on exam taking abilities. A lot of things depend upon exam. You may be the best person about physics, chemistry and mathematics. Just in 3 hours, when there is a lot of pressure on you. You're sitting in some foreign college name is, you go there, all of you went during COVID. There's a handshake, you cannot wear this, you cannot wear a earring, no bangle, no sweater. You go there, sitting with nothing. And you are asked maybe some MCQs, and that's how you did your JEE, right? So that is another skill. That is another skill. Exam taking abilities, yes. There are so many good engineers who can do a lot of good research, but they can't, don't have this exam taking abilities. That's a system we have. We have a system of exam taking abilities we have to give. Okay? Next. What the exam is not. Before I delve into how to prepare for GATE, let me clear a lot of things which are in your minds right now. The exam is not a career choice. I talk to students, I ask them, what are you going to do after 4 years or 3 years or 2 years? After final year, what do you want to do? And the answer they give me is GATE. No. I am sorry, this might hurt some of you. This might make a misconception. Sir, ये क्या बोल दिया आपने? But the exam is not a career choice. Do not treat it as one. When you were in school, was 10th standard board exam a career choice for you? Was 12th standard board exam a career choice for you? How can GATE be a career choice? It is not a defining test of an engineer's abilities. Very important. It is just one test. So it cannot define what you do. All engineers should have good GATE. I disagree. Respectfully. Why? Because there are so many things more to an engineer other than just a comprehensive knowledge. Right? There is skill, there is depth knowledge. Many graduate engineers, they are doing very well, and I know they care for sure that they will not be able to crack it. Doesn't matter at all. Okay? So it is not a career choice. It is not a defining test. ये नहीं हुआ तो हम खराब है? No. First of all, to understand that you have to define yourself what you are. Okay? The default answer when you don't have a decision. And I say this with the logo of competitive exam RSCOE here, right here. When we don't have a decision, we Indians push things to exam dene wala. It is not. You should have a decision. If you don't have a decision, decide. You have time. Okay? The unfortunate thing is, in this time, even if you don't decide, बहुत बुरा नहीं होगा. तो टाइम जाने के बाद पता चलेगा कि डिसाइड कर लेना चाहिए. Are you getting me? What I am trying to tell all of you here. It's important that all of you decide because there is time. What you are going to do 3 years from now, even if you don't decide today, no problem. You go home, watch a match, enjoy. But when the time comes, as you approach the critical point, you would wonder if I would have decided, it would have been. So decision is very important. GATE will not be the answer. Why it will not be the answer? I'll tell you as we go. Therefore, what is the exam is? It is a stepping stone. One step and khatam. It is just one stepping stone. Right? Treat it like that. Treat it like that. Sir, इसका मतलब पढ़ाई नहीं करना है क्या? नहीं करना है. इसका मतलब पढ़ाई करना है. But if you want to climb a mountain, will you stand and start looking at the first step? Oh, now this is the first step. How am I going to step on the step? Will you look at, sit there and observe or admire the first step? Even if you are not looking at the top, you may be looking at the first step. But the time you will spend on the first step is just the time you will spend on the first step. You will step on the step number 1 with the intent of reaching the top. We do that, right? When you walked up this building, you wanted to come to 202, correct? नहीं वो पहला स्टेप है मैकेनिकल बिल्डिंग का वो चढ़ना है उसके लिए चढ़ेंगे सेम इज द केस विद what you will use GATE for is important what will you do after your result of GATE is important what you want to do after your result of GATE is important what you can do after the result of GATE is important intent possibilities opportunities you may fail you may get the first rank and still be undecided. That has happened a lot of people. I know somebody who was all India rank 2 in chartered accountant, and the day he got that result, he told his friend, I've committed the biggest mistake of my life. I wasted 3 years learning chartered accountant. It's wrong. I think I should change my career. It was all India rank 2. Right? So it is very important that you should know why you are going to do this. It is a measure of one of the many opportunities. GATE is just one of the many opportunities. Okay, just one. There are thousands of opportunities available out there. We should know all of them, at least majority. And it is a measure of engineering aptitude. मैंने यहाँ पे बोला है it is not a defining test for abilities. और मैंने यहाँ पे it is a measure of engineering aptitude. क्या फर्क है दोनों में? Abilities is something that you can do, right? Okay, you might be a good engineer, you will be able to write a very good code, you will be developing some websites or software or this or that, maybe printing some circuit boards, designing some components, designing some products, running analysis. Those are all your abilities. GATE will not be able to catch those. But GATE will definitely give you a measure of what aptitude you possess. GATE will definitely give a measure of what aptitude you possess. I know a couple of my friends who fell in the first category when they were in final year. You know, building robots, running a project for PSUs, and final year project they did in 2012 was a hovercraft, actual hovercraft. It was manufactured right here. Milind Talele, Bakesh Patel, those things. After final year, Milind took a break, refocused everything, and cracked GATE, went to IIT Hyderabad, works with Tata Group right now. That's a different story. Abilities were there. Then you focus back on aptitude. Try to see. Okay? How? So this is what the exam is. So let me come to the nature of the papers. I'm pretty sure you will get. This is again from the website. Aerospace, agriculture. There are 30 disciplines in which you can give the GATE exam. Okay? So this list is there. One thing that is new is data science and artificial intelligence. It has been added this year. So again, because we have these, what do you call it? Some degrees are there, data science degrees and so on and so forth. And another thing is, geoinformatics, life sciences and so on and so forth. Up to these things they are there. There are 2 paper combinations. So basically you can appear for 2 papers. You can appear for mechanical and mining, mechanical and metallurgy. These kind of combinations are there. You go on the website, check those. So first paper which you are going to appear, if you are going to appear for paper, this paper, then which are the available combinations for you? The pressure is there because of some logistics issues and all. Okay. So let us go through the nature of the exam papers. Examination will be English, computer based test, 3 hours duration, number of papers 3. If you are given JEE, the color of the button for JEE and GATE is same. जैसे ग्रीन कलर का पेपर फोल्ड किया हुआ है details, right? Company administering the test is same, I guess. That's all. The purple color is button is there, right? Push it, it becomes green or something like that. Same. Every interface is same, so you don't have to worry. वैसे कंप्यूटर देखने में अच्छा लगेगा ये. Type of questions, this is where our game will begin. Okay, there are types of questions. Multiple choice, no problem. Multiple select questions and or numerical answer type questions. This is where it gets interesting. This is something GATE has borrowed from CAT, I would like to believe. That is numerical answer type. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? IITs are trying to eliminate the role of luck in your life. What is the role of luck? Somebody is very lucky. They will go. Answer नहीं मालूम. लेकिन 10 options I am going to just push it on luck or guesswork, right? Or guesswork or elimination. That is another part. MCQ you have. Okay, this answer may not be there. This not be there. ये answer होगा. Numerical answer में तुमको solve करना है जैसे आप exam में solve करते हो. और उसका आंसर लिखना है. तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि you appear for GATE, come out and you ask your friend a question, अरे ऐसे ऐसे क्वेश्चन का उसका आंसर क्या है? तो फ्रेंड बोलेगा 10 to the power 5, दूसरा बोलेगा 8 into 10 to the power 5. अब बोलोगे अरे मेरा 0.01 आया है. So the joke that was traveling around, right? Then you come out and answer, oh, my answer is 0.01. This is very interesting because this importance, the numerical aptitude, the numerical answer is very important. This tests how independent you are of that MCQ preparation. Otherwise, there are some people, me included, you give me an MCQ, I'll solve it. तुम मेरे को पहले MCQ दो. What are the options? You just give me a question, I will be a little disturbed. You give me 4 options, I am happy. I will solve it. This is to eliminate people like me. इसको जाने दो. Who's depending on MCQs? Because in real life problems, engineering problems where you are at this, do you think you will get MCQs? In a research problem, will you get MCQs? No. That is the thing. Got it? Next. Recall. Okay. Then there are questions for testing these abilities. Recall, comprehension, application, analysis and synthesis. Okay, distribution of marks is there, 1 mark, negative marking. Again, all this is basically plain rules. So look after these rules. Now let me begin with the actual part of this course. So far I have set the tone what the exam is, what the exam is not. All of us have decided that we should do the exam. So before I come to it, let me go back and then let me keep the slide blank. Okay. Now I want to ask you a couple of questions. Right? How many of you thought that GATE was a career choice? How many of you were relying on GATE? And I will give GATE first and then decide. How many of you thought that GATE is the exam we have to give? Not, no, I have to become an engineer. But GATE. How many of you planned to, take a break after engineering for 1 year and try to focus full time on GATE? No? None? Sure? 100%? That's a weak case. How many of you know some people, seniors, who have taken a break, who have left their jobs? No, I want to do it. You know people, right? This session, henceforth, is for all of you to prepare GATE in 3 stages, and I will give you a 3-step format. So the stage 1. First of all, here we are. Let us go towards preparation if we have decided to give this exam. And I will bias your judgment right now. Even if you have not decided to give this exam, fill up the form, go appear for it. Even if you have not prepared for it, doesn't matter, you have done your engineering, just go there and appear and see what score you get. Okay? Why? Because it keeps you a bit fresh. It keeps your abilities tested. ठीक है? बंदर कितना भी बूढ़ा हो जाए, उतना नहीं भूलता, right? ऐसे कुछ नहीं, भूल जाए. Correct? If I give you an integration problem, will you be able to solve it from 10th standard? Hardly. Right? But when we did, if I give you maybe an indices problem from 10th standard, will you be able to solve it? Probably. इसीलिए तो एप्टीट्यूड का क्लास इतना जोर जोर से चलता है. 4th स्टैंडर्ड का पढ़ा है वो, टाइम डिस्टेंस एंड स्पीड सब लोग क्लास पढ़ा है. राइट? क्यों लगा रहे क्लास? 4th स्टैंडर्ड का स्कॉलरशिप से परीक्षा होता ना, 4 घोड़े से घोड़ा उल्टा करना होता. Right? So let us begin. The stage 1 is the preparation. This is the preparation stage 1. It is about syllabus, marks distribution, paper pattern, and MCQs. I'll talk about each and every point of view. Okay? First is syllabus. You should know the syllabus of the exam by heart as printed in the website. Now earlier there used to be a notification, now it is a website. वेबसाइट में जैसे दिया है उसी तरीके से उसी लैंग्वेज में ये सिलेबस आपको बाय हार्ट रहना बहुत ही ज्यादा जरूरी है. I cannot stress on this how important it is that you should remember the syllabus like the lyrics of any song that you remember. It should always play on in your mind. I have taken this session before, we don't have a video recording of it, but it was about syllabus. What we took in maybe last in month of May. Sorry? Syllabus marking, right? It is about syllabus marking. So that syllabus creates a mental structure, a structure in your mind. Okay? For if I can talk about mechanical, so there is mathematics, there is manufacturing, there is thermal engineering, there is design is strength of materials, theory of machines, dynamics of machinery, thermal engineering, thermodynamics, heat transfer. So all these are basic points which will be acting as a shelf in your brain. Shelf. Okay? That shelf you should imprint in your brain permanently. You should not forget. You should not, this page it is there. This is the syllabus. This is the syllabus. कुछ नहीं करना है, गेट करना डिसाइड कर लिया, सिलेबस को रट्टा मार लो. कोई भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम देना है, you should know the syllabus by heart. If there is one competitive exam that you want to give, you have decided, okay, I am going to give this examination. Do not sleep today till you have learned that syllabus by heart. Today. That is what I can't stress on this enough. Why? सर हमको इंजीनियरिंग आता है, हम सिलेबस को लर्न करें. हमको इंजीनियरिंग आता है, हम सिलेबस क्यों लर्न करें? क्योंकि जब हम किसी चीज को लर्न करते हैं, लेट अस टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ अ मूवी दैट ऑल ऑफ अस हैव वॉच्ड. ओके, सो व्हाट मूवी वुड दैट बी? द रिसेंट मूवी. Yes, any movie that you have watched, popular movie. Name a popular movie. Sorry? 3 Idiots. 3 Idiots all of us have watched. If I bring one scene from 3 Idiots, ये एक astronaut pen है. The moment I say this, you know there are 2 scenes, 3 scenes with that astronaut pen. When was the first scene? When is the scene introduced? Early morning hostel. Second time, when does the pen come into picture? बारिश में. Third time, when does the pen come into picture? 3 Idiots was released in the year 2011. 2009. 3 Idiots was released in the year 2009. How old were you back then? You remember 3-hour movie, exact scene, and the moment I recalled that simple scene, your brain went into that. इतना पानी है, आमिर खान का हेयर स्टाइल ऐसा हो गया, पूर्ण चंपू झालेला है तो. Why? You are exactly in that movie at that point when I told you. अरे बात समझ में क्यों? क्योंकि वो सीन ने आपके दिमाग में घर करके वो पूरा मूवी आपके दिमाग में छाप मार के बैठा है. So one mention of that scene comes, or that movie comes, yes, please come. Immediately you are transported back to that domain, that area, that era, where what had happened. 3 Idiots was entertainment, maybe some motivation, inspirational entertainment, motivational entertainment. Let's call it. There are speakers and there are motivational entertainment speakers, right? What I am trying to tell you is, shouldn't we use the same attribute in that career choice? If you are doing engineering, you should remember where a particular concept is stored in your mind. If you know where it is stored in your mind, it becomes very easy to recall. It becomes very easy to recall. That is why to store something in your mind, especially when it comes to information, that storage will be possible when you have designated areas. That storage will be possible when you have designated areas. These designated areas are physically present in your brain, by the way. So different parts of the brain store information differently. Right? If you go to the depth of it, you will understand. Bottom line is, you should know the syllabus inside out without any, I repeat, without any error in the sequence in which the syllabus is there. What happens is, you go into that trance of that syllabus all the time. Syllabus, 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 syllabus. Then you come to college. And then you are sitting and listening to a lecture. Right? When you are sitting and listening to a lecture, the moment I say astronaut pen, you are going back to 3 idiots. अरे ते 3 idiots मध्ये होतं बरं का? Right? The moment I say astronaut pen, you go back to 3 idiots. So the moment I say maybe a free body diagram, you will go to GATE syllabus में mechanics में ये पूछना है. The moment I say Laplace transform, आपके दिमाग में वो syllabus वाला light जलेगा. The moment I say anything, data structure, कुछ भी हो, the moment I say your turning moment diagram and torsional beam, you will automatically go कि in GATE turning moment diagram इधर आता है, torsion में आता है, strength of material से, mechanics से, जो भी. This is the importance of syllabus, so that when you appear for your college, any exam, consuming any information, it will get stored in the compartments that are as per the syllabus of GATE. Nobody will tell you. You go to the best of the coaching centers, they all begin with, okay, today we will study metrization, right? But how do you store, where do you store? For that, more important or more beneficial way is to understand the syllabus. Next is marks distribution. Many times, sir, verbal ability is very weak. What should I do? Practice. I will practice verbal ability for 10 days. बेटा वो 5 मार्क के लिए भी नहीं है, ठीक है ना? It will be of 5 marks, maybe 7 marks. 70 marks वाला छोड़ के आप 5 पे क्यों फोकस कर रहे हो? तो हमने अभी क्या किया, सबसे पहले सिलेबस को डिवाइड कर दिया. जब हम सिलेबस को डिवाइड करेंगे, हम उस सिलेबस का जो जेनेरिक मार्क्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, अगेन दिस इज नॉट कंपल्सरी ना, समटाइम्स इट वेरीज, व्हाटएवर दैट मार्क डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज, that way those areas of the syllabus will become more powerful and prominent. That way it will become more important. For example, numerical aptitude. ये बात इस पे आती है. सर न्यूमेरिकल एप्टीट्यूड बोलने से मुझे बहुत टेंशन आता है. ठीक है बॉस, न्यूमेरिकल एप्टीट्यूड के कितने क्वेश्चन आने वाले देख लो. If there are 5 questions, forget it, don't attempt. You get to identify your strengths. Stage 1 है preparation. ठीक है? Stage 1 है preparation का. Okay, this may be a 2-year challenge or a 3-year challenge. Right? You should know your strengths. If you just copy, somebody else is doing it, I will also do it. Not going to happen. You should know your own strengths. Okay? Then there is MCQs. What is your relation with MCQs? Good, bad, it's complicated. Huh? How many of you here are very happy dealing with MCQs? कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, दिन भर MCQs. Good. How many of you struggle with MCQs? Okay. Some of you struggle with MCQs, right? You know what is the reason for MCQs, by the way? Yeah? Why do you think MCQs exist? Decision making. Sorry?
Eliminating the wrong options.
Eliminating the wrong people.
Wrong options.
People.
Clarity.
See, I have so many people, right?
Sir,
Sorry?
to decrease the confusion.
Multiple choice question as a tool, I understand. What I am trying to tell you is, we have MCQs as a part of all the exams in India or abroad also. It makes the testing easy. One paper check karte na everybody give tak. If I wanted to see how good you are in research, I should sit across you, talk to you. Okay, what have you done in 4 years? Sir, I have worked on this. Which is your strong phase? Which is the subject you like? Sir, I like this. I have done this work. Okay, tell me something about thermodynamics or civil engineering, maybe structural engineering. Okay, you want to do your hydrology में आपको कुछ करना है तो उसके बारे में कुछ बताओ. लैब कैसे बनता है उसके बारे में कुछ बताओ. ऐसे में इंटरव्यू लूंगा ना आपके साथ तो मुझे पता चलेगा एप्टीट्यूड क्या है आपका और तब आपको सिलेक्ट करूंगा मैं. आपके जैसे कितने लोग? फिर एक कॉलेज में 180 लोग, एक कॉलेज में, राइट? तो आपके जैसे कितने ज्यादा लोग हैं? हर एक का इंटरव्यू लेते बैठूंगा मैं तो अगले बैच में पास आउट होकर आ जाएगी, हमको भी लेना है, राइट? So I want to decide the easiest way would have been, the best way would have been sit across, talk to you face to face and then decide whether you are capable of research or whether you are capable of a job. ये एमसीक्यू वाला फंडा जो है कंपनी ने भी शुरू किया है, इसलिए तो आप लोग क्लासेस लगाते हैं. Why? Because it is a test where we have decided certain attributes and those who don't fit in those attributes get thrown out. Some IT companies have started this email writing as a test, entrance test. मतलब IT कंपनी में जॉब करना है, वो ईमेल लिख के दिखा, अच्छा ईमेल लिखेगा उसको अंदर लेंगे, नहीं लिखेगा वो बाहर करेंगे. So it is to save costs. This is the harsh reality of our system that we have MCQs. If we didn't have MCQs, I would have said forget MCQs. I would have said work on fantastic projects. Go into the depth of the system. Write a research paper. Okay, work with a researcher, write a paper. Help him in writing a paper. Develop yourself that way. But ऐसा होता नहीं क्योंकि कैंडिडेट बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो फनलिंग करना है, एलिमिनेट करना है. Eliminate options is right. MCQ के साथ कैसे डील करेंगे? MCQs are here to eliminate the wrong people. So, the first phase of preparation, the first stage of preparation will be syllabus, mark distribution, NAT, and MCQs. This is the very important. Okay, these 4 things you will do. Now we'll go to stage 0. I spoke of stage 1 first, and now I am coming to stage 0. Why? Stage 0 says timeline and timetable. What is your why? Where are you starting? Where do you wish to go? And then your priorities. Timeline and timetable में बहुत फर्क है. Timetable मतलब आप क्या क्या करने वाले हो, ठीक है? Timeline मतलब क्या? शादी कब करने वाले? When are you getting married? See, when I said GATE is not a career choice, you all made that very sorry. When I said GATE is not a career choice, you all got very hurt, right? So okay, let's put it back there. GATE is a career choice. When are you going to get married? What is your personal timeline? What is the timeline of the market? For example, ONGC had hired students back in 2020. Not 20, yeah. 20 or 21 it had. 2021 it had hired students, and one of my students, he was still in final year, he got through. COVID में था, he cleared the exam and they hired him on basis of diploma. And देखते देखते exam भी हो गया उसका. He is a graduate. At that time he is a student of 2021 batch. He is working in ONGC for past 2 years. This year ONGC had some vacancies and hired people again. He said, sir, the people who have joined right now, they completed their engineering in 2018. They completed their engineering in 2018. So they were 22 years old when they were in 2018. And now they got a job in ONGC. So they are 27 years old. And this guy completed his engineering in 2021. 22 years old. Today is 24. So people who are junior to him in the company are elder than him. Why? PSUs. PSU मतलब कॉलेज थोड़ी है कि हर साल वैकेंसी रहेगी. In this college every year there will be 120 empty seats, right? Or whatever branch you are there. Every year that intake is there. If you are going to get for employment opportunities, what is the guarantee? Every year there will be so many places to be filled. The number of engineers required by public sector undertaking is limited. Many times it's not there. That is why I don't call GATE as a career choice. Because if you put everything that I will get a job after I crack GATE, forget it. You are all India rank 1, no problem. This is the company. It does not have a vacancy for a graduate engineer. What will I do with your all India rank 1? सर थोड़ी तो जगह रहेगी, ठीक है बाबा, थोड़ी जगह, 100 जगह है, तू क्या करेगा? योर ऑल इंडिया रैंक 101. ऑल इंडिया रैंक 101 is a good rank, right? Very good. You can't. That is why you have to have a timetable and a timeline. Timeline clear हो गया? Time. Timetable पे आते हैं, priorities की बात करूँगा ना, तो timetable पे फिर से आ जाऊँ. ठीक है? Next is what is your why? I have spoken about this in this lecture. Why do you want to give GATE? Because everybody asks क्या कर रहा है? मैं थोड़ा higher study के लिए और करो. Yesterday I had a couple of visitors. You know, very good, fundamental, strong engineer working in a company. He came. He said, "Sir, should I give GATE or should I do an MBA?" Wow, this is a good question. Cricket खेलूँ का, football खेलूँ का, सब कुछ question नहीं है. So should I do GATE? MTech करो क्या MBA करो? तो दोनों मत. He said, why? The very fact that you are faced with this question, it means you are not prepared. Sir, I am prepared. Okay, why do you want to do GATE? Sir, I want to do in design. Okay, design what? Sir, I want to do MTech in design. It will give me a higher pay package. ऐसे कौन बोला? ओ सर, मेरे वो सम बुआ का लड़का वो बोला कि MTech. ठीक है, MBA क्यों करना है? तो मामा का लड़का ने बोला कि MBA. This has happened yesterday. I am not kidding. I said, fine. You want to do an MTech? The reason I am asking you what is your why is I asked him, how many IITs in India offer that MTech design course that you want to appear for? He started looking at me. How many IITs are there in India? 0 to 10? 10 to 20? 21 to 30? 31 to 40? Of those, how many offer a post-graduation in the discipline you are studying? How many seats are there? If you are doing, say, a civil engineering or a mechanical engineering, how many seats are there for masters after completing graduation in mechanical engineering? Any idea? Have you googled this? अभी समझ में आया मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ GATE should not be the default option when I ask you what is your decision. Because एक बार GATE बोल दे तो भगवान को दे दे ऐसे हो जाता है, फिर आपको कुछ काम करने की जरूरत नहीं. वैसा नहीं है. You should know how many people will get an admission for a master's course. अभी तक तो मैं क्वालिटी में गया भी नहीं. Then I asked him, what is the pay package of a person graduating from particular college? Maybe you have shortlisted these 5 colleges I want to go. What is the pay package? No idea. What are the projects they are working on in research? No idea. All this idea you can get by sitting here and looking at your phone, right or not? And you did your 12th standard when you came to engineering, you did know how many IITs are there, how many seats are there, इधर मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, ये होगा नहीं होगा. But वही काम मास्टर्स करते समय हम नहीं करते. क्यों नहीं करते मालूम है? There is no private website. There is no private website. हे सगळं आपण जे इन्फॉर्मेशन काढतो ते का काढतो? आपण नाही काढत. .com वाले वेबसाइट्स असतात की नाही? They give all this information. Why do they give all the information? So many people, number of hits more, इसलिए information देने में फायदा है. Do we even have 2,000 seats for masters in maybe civil engineering, structural engineering, in the IITs? Do you think there are 2,000 seats? Yes? Imagine bro, there are 27 IITs, let us take it to 30 IITs. Okay, every IIT is offering a course in Masters in Structural Engineering, which is a domain of civil engineering. Okay? What would be the average number of seats per IIT? 30? 30 IITs, each IIT is offering 30 seats. कितने सीट हो गए बाबा? 9? स्ट्रक्चरल इंजीनियरिंग के 900 सीट्स. ठीक है? स्ट्रक्चरल कॉमन है, सभी जगह रहता है. एनवायरनमेंट शायद सभी जगह ना हो, तो उससे 900 से कम ही रहने वाला है. अब समझ में आ गया गेट? That is why I put this as stage 0. It is the easiest thing to sign up for this. You will go and work in PSU. How many job opportunities are there? Then that person who is marketing it will come and tell you, so what? You need only one. Okay. So what? You need only one. Tell this to Neeraj Chopra. Right? उसको है, he just needs one medal. One medal, that's fine. I'm going to go and take it. Gold standard. But we are not all that great. At the same time, do we have that assurance that we will get that? No. If we get it, well and good. If we don't get it, then what? That is why I always say, what is your why? And this automatically takes me to the next question. Where are you starting? Where are you starting from? There are some students who make a notebook for their GATE in their first year of engineering. And every time something is taught, they go on building that notebook. How many notebooks like these do you have? Sir, atta banwayla gito. Very good. So you know that you are starting in your second year or third year or final year. Where are you starting? Do you even remember the syllabus? No, then you are starting today. That is fine. Where do you start? Doesn't matter. But then you decide where you want to go. I want to walk from here to Kakraj. No problem. Okay, there is somebody waiting at Kakraj. It is approximately 30 kilometers. I know I can walk 30 kilometers. I have walked 30 kilometers. That doesn't mean I tell them कि एक आधा साथ है. क्या है? Timeline. Now the timeline depends on where you are starting. We should be very clear about it. Where do you wish to go? Where do you wish to go? Every year, we get students who are top of their JEE scores. Sir, एक वर्षाचा ड्रॉप घेतला. Fine, nothing wrong. Take a drop, study hard, come back again stronger and this and that. At what cost? At what cost? अजून एक वर्षाचा दिवस. अजून एक वर्षाचा. अजून एक वर्षाचा. मग ते तसं होईल ना की 2018 मध्ये इंजिनिअरिंग झालंय आणि वयाच्या 27व्या वर्षी तुम्ही एका जॉब स्टार्ट करायला सुरुवात केली. नथिंग रॉंग. सर वयाच्या 31व्या वर्षी कलेक्टर होता येतो. मी कुठं नाही म्हणतो. And trust me, nothing wrong. But then you have to have that mindset. You have to have that mindset. ते आपल्या डोक्यात आपल्याला क्लिअर पाहिजे. तिथे आपण हे नाही करू. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. स्टेज 1 पेक्षा स्टेज 0 का महत्वाची आहे? कारण स्टेज 1 आहे ना, बघितल्यावर तुम्ही ओके म्हणत होता, हा झालं आता. जर स्टेज 1 बद्दल बोललो सो हैप्पी, अरे स्टेज 1 हो गया अपना प्रिपेयर. एमसीक्यू करते हैं ना, न्यूमेरिकल पढ़ाई कर लेंगे, मार्क्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिलेबस तो पढ़ना और क्या करना है. जब मैं स्टेज 1 will tell you what you will need to do. Okay, stage 0 will be why should you do it, and this will actually then tell you what your priorities are. This will tell you what your priorities are. Your priority cannot be I am going to go and break Usain Bolt's record. Can you go and break Usain Bolt's record? 100 meter sprint wala. Now at this stage. Yes, can you run 100 meters in under 9.7? 9.7? 9.5 seconds. There are some things which we cannot do. Be happy, be content with it, fine, no problem. But there are 100 different things that you can do. Focus on it. So when I am telling you where do you wish to go, it is your career plan. This career plan will come on your priorities. I have to start earning. I need the money. Prepare for a job. I want to go into research. I want to do a master's. I want to do a PhD. I want to be a researcher. Make this clear to yourself. Let this not be the way we do other things. Manje, if I come get all India rank 1, then I can go and I can do my good research. Then I can know I can doesn't work. I want to, that works. Because when you are done with stage 0, then stage 2 and 3 will be easy. So what is stage 3? Skipped it stage 2. The reason I didn't call it stage 2 is stage 1, stage 0 and stage 3. Because everybody will make you start from, this was actually the stage 2. Syllabus, marks distribution, notes, itna gattha, एक sack दे देंगे. टी-शर्ट भी बनाते हैं आजकल, एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन भी बनाते हैं टी-शर्ट में जाने का, राइट? दिस इज स्टेज 2 because it is expected that you do this before. That is why my 3 stages are stage 1, stage 0 and stage 3. Okay? Benchmarking your abilities. How many of you have solved a full length gate paper? None? My original question was, how many of you have solved a full length gate paper last Sunday? If you want to appear for a gate, solve one full length gate paper every Sunday. Full length. बहुत बड़ा नहीं है, छोटा है. You will tell me, sir, कुछ भी नहीं आया इसमें. Very good. No problem. Are the questions making sense to you? Are the questions making sense to you? Or is it completely you're not able to understand? You're not able to answer? No problem. Are you able to comprehend what is required? If I give you a book immediately, will you be able to find the answer, calculate it on your own, understand it and teach it to yourself? That is why benchmarking your abilities is extremely important. Again, GATE exam itself is a benchmarking. We had a professor once who used to write the GATE exam every year. I myself have written it maybe 3 or 4 times. I used to write the CAT exam. This year again I'll write the GATE. Why? Whether you qualify or don't qualify, this is one thing, there is no bar. Let us spend some 1500, 1600 rupees and do something nice. Why? It keeps those abilities benchmarked. That is very important. Once you benchmark your abilities, see, you have read the syllabus, understood the syllabus, decided, अभी चलो decide हो गया हमको गेट करना है. Then you benchmark your abilities. वो syllabus के जो important थे ना, जहाँ पे आपको समझ में आ रहा है, those things will light up. अरे यार मुझे स्ट्रक्चर अच्छा आता है, मुझे मैथ्स अच्छा आ रहा है, मुझे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अच्छा आ रहा है, राइट? द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग लुक्स गुड, थोड़ा बहुत आगे पीछे, बिकॉज बाय सेकंड ईयर ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग यू हैव कंप्लीटेड एवरीथिंग, एनीथिंग दैट विल बी आस्क्ड इन क्वेश्चन, उससे रिलेटेड बेसिक आपका सेकंड ईयर में हो गया है. थर्ड ईयर में यू डू द एडवांस वर्जन, फाइनल ईयर यू डोंट नो इट. फाइनल ईयर you don't know anything related to GATE. You just go around telling people, sir, GATE exam है, sir, GATE exam. वही करते हैं आज में और कुछ नहीं. So entire study of GATE will be completed in your second and third year. Majority of it will be done in your second year. Okay. Next is strategy and resources. This is where a lot of us fail because हम strategy भी खुद की नहीं बनाते और रिसोर्सेज भी खुद से नहीं लेते. हम स्ट्रेटेजी किसका लेंगे? somebody else. रिसोर्सेज कहां से लेंगे? अभी रिसोर्सेज बहुत इजी हो गए बिकॉज देयर इज अ ऐप व्हिच विल गिव यू एवरीथिंग फॉर फ्री, बी इट मूवीज, बुक्स, एवरीथिंग, टेलीविजन सीरीज, ठीक है ना? सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन, कोचिंग एंड ग्रुप स्टडीज मेरा अलग है. I am going to talk about how you are going to prepare on yourself or will you go for coaching. Will you study GATE in a group? And when I say in a group, I am very serious. When I say in a group, I am very serious because it will be in a round table, be people, 4 people preparing together. Then you get somebody which is your accountability partner. Because when you are going to go give this exam, prepare for an exam which is maybe 1 year away, which is maybe 7 months away. At that time, these long preparations, you tend to lose focus. हाँ ठीक है, अभी गणपति है, अभी जरा कॉलेज में लोड ज़्यादा है, कुछ भी लोड नहीं, 6 घंटा बैठते हैं बस. क्या लोड है? उसमें से 2 घंटे प्रैक्टिकल करने लगे, राइट? There is no load in college, no teaching load at all, no learning load for you at all. But assignment, for that you need a accountability partner. Let's plan. Gantt chart with weekly tasks. Gantt chart is a very basic thing. Note it down, go online, find it out, and fix the date of your GATE exam. Second Saturday of February is mechanical and civil, I guess. Something like that. Whatever it is. Second or third. Something. Third Saturday of January. Mechanical, it is held in 2 phases. जो भी हो, whatever be the applicable thing to you. That exam date is decided. आज की तारीख और उस तारीख में कितने हफ्ते हैं? वो हफ्ते लिख लो. week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10. उल्टा भी लिखो, whatever. And every week, what are your deliverables? That essentially is your Gantt chart. ठीक है? आज से लेकर 100 days में कुछ करना है. रोज आप क्या क्या डिलीवर करोगे? This is your Gantt chart. Write it, prepare a document, write it on a chart paper, paste it in a room where you can see it. So every morning you will get an update. Okay, this needs to be done this week. This needs to be done this week. This needs to be done this week. It is like building a building. एक बिल्डिंग अगर बनानी है ना, तो आप फाउंडेशन वाला टाइम मिस नहीं कर सकते. अगर आपने फाउंडेशन डालना भूल गए, अरे लेजी थे, नहीं डाला फाउंडेशन, कोई बात नहीं. By the time the time is up, the building won't be built. And you will do one thing. एक काम करेंगे, पहले फाउंडेशन डालते हैं, फिर टॉप फ्लोर बना लेते, ऊपर से अच्छा दिखेगा. Aerial view, drone shoot. That's what people do. Do the foundation, lose steam, and then at the end of the exams, end of the time, study. That does not happen. That is not comprehensive. So, Gantt chart with weekly targets. This is the preparation strategy. Just to revise it one more time, benchmark your abilities. How to benchmark your abilities? Pick up an exam paper and solve it. You will be benchmarking it today. Right? Full length paper, doesn't matter whether in your second year, whether you are in your second year or final year, doesn't matter. After that, keep benchmarking yourself every day. solve 10 questions to begin with, 20 questions every day. Thousands of questions are available on the internet. I don't have to tell you where to find them. With explanation. You just have to go. Just have reels. We look at 20 reels every day, yes or no? Yes? The time spent in the reading, watching one reel is minimum 30 seconds. बस वही आपको question पे देना है. Scroll, look at the question, guess the answer. If you know it, you don't know it, look at its answer and explanation. You will start benchmarking yourself. You will go in your SU phase. Next. There is a 3-step forward. Okay? अभी अपने स्टेज 2, स्टेज 3 भी हो गया आपका, कि आपने अभी बेंचमार्किंग शुरू की. अभी प्रिपरेशन का 3-step फॉर्मूला बताओ क्या है. First is understand the concepts. This step I will call system. Understanding the concept. This is a phase I will call system. How many of you have opened a reference book this week? Yesterday? That's the game. इतना बड़ा बुक है, ठीक है? सर सिलेबस किधर मिलेगा? कुछ नहीं, सब कॉमन, ठीक है? You go, if you want to read strength of materials, Timoshenko is there, fluid mechanics, somebody else is there. Read every reference, at least read. पढ़ो तो. There are a lot of people who will come and very senior professors. They say textbooks are not good, reference books are good, this and that. Respectfully, I disagree. With immense respect in my heart, I disagree. See, you are having the syllabus and notes and presentation and all. And in the previous time, when college was not autonomous, there was this textbook given by local. Local author bogus, reference book good. I said fine, agreed. But the local author also copied it from reference book. I learned my engineering in reference book as well as local. Both. पढ़ो तो. Read the text first. Familiarize yourself with concepts. How a concept is built. Don't just go कि ये एक डेरिवेशन है कंटिन्यूटी इक्वेशन का, x दिया रहता है, y दिया रहता है, z दिया रहता है, डावा बाय डावा x करना है, डावा बाय डावा y करना है, मे बी लाप्लास हो, उसमें से आपको लाप्लासियन इक्वेशन आएगा, फूरियर लाप्लास इक्वेशन आएगा, सेकंड ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव इज इक्वल टू 0, ऐसे उल्टा ट्रायंगल निकालना है, स्क्वायर मारना है, इज इक्वल टू 0 करना है. एट एक्चुअल उसमें फिजिक्स क्या हो रहा है, दिस यू विल गेट इन अ रेफरेंस. Teacher will simply write, okay, this that LH is equal to RHS power, Aptitude is happy the sir. No. Why is LHS equal to RHS? What are the attributes on left hand side? What is there on the right hand side? What is the physical interaction when I say a fluid molecule is being acted upon forces from all 3 dimensions? At actual क्या हो रहा है? This cannot be taught to you in classes. In lecture also, it is very difficult because it is not limited, or it is not the part of the duty of the lecturer to teach you the physics behind it. He will tell you what is happening, but you have done your 12th standard, so you know what partial differential equation is. You have done your first year engineering, second year engineering, you know how partial derivative works. And then you know how the total derivative है, differential equation है, linear differential equation है, जो भी हो आपके अलग-अलग schemes है, matrices आपने पढ़ा है. It is you who is supposed to use all this and then make sense of what is happening. But that doesn't happen because we study for exams. We have been trained to study for exams. We have been cultured into this कि exam में यही आने वाला है ना. Then you are like, अच्छा इसके बारे का सब बकवास. That is why go pick up a reference book. Indian author, foreign author, doesn't matter. Read word of it. Read the concept. That is why when you are in second year, you are in a good position because you have the time to invest. Third year, tricky position. टाइम नहीं कर सकते हो, नहीं, नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल. फाइनल ईयर क्या करे, दिन के 5 रेफरेंस बुक पढ़ दे, उसका लिस्ट दे दूंगा, पढ़ लो. सेकंड ईयर वालों को नहीं बताऊंगा कौन से बुक्स पढ़ने हैं, तुम सब पढ़ो. फाइनल ईयर अभी एग्जाम में 4 दिन में क्या करें, नो प्रॉब्लम, because they have done something. Second final year students have done something which second year students have not done, right? म्हणून सांग बात. तो तुम्ही देख करा. When you start reading the reference book, you will understand the concept and build your own system. How many of us, when we see some chemistry reaction, we all have studied chemistry, right? When we see some chemistry reaction, हमारे दिमाग में animation play हो रहा है. क्यों हो रहा है? क्यों हो रहा है? Why is that animation playing in our mind?
Because we learned that mechanism.
Because we
Learned that mechanism.
learned it, right? Because we saw something. केमिस्ट्री के एनिमेशन वैसे ऑनलाइन भी अवेलेबल थे, उस वजह से हो रहे हैं. Your generation has that luxury that so many so-called YouTubers with billions of followers, millions of followers, they are creating those mechanisms. Right? When I talk about something you studied yesterday in your class, yesterday was a working day, when teacher was teaching, is the animation running in your minds? Why not? मार्केट छोटा है, इंजीनियरिंग का मार्केट बड़ा है, कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग का मार्केट छोटा है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का छोटा है, सिविल का छोटा है, इसलिए क्रिएटर्स नहीं. ओके, फिजिक्सचे कन्सेप्ट एक्सप्लेन करायला यूट्यूबवरती 100 व्हिडिओज आहेत, बरोबर आहे. स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियलचे करणारे कोणीच नसते, खूप कमी असते. गरज नसली पाहिजे. यू शुड बी एबल टू विज्युअलाइज अँड बिल्ड युअर ओन सिस्टम. That will be one of the prerequisites when you go towards research. How you understand the physical concept mathematically. How you understand the mathematical concept in the physical world. How you integrate both of these things. How you relate, how you quantify, how you understand, analyze, how do you infer from the results you come to a conclusion. ये सब करने के लिए first step is go to the library every day, pick out a reference book, learn it, read it. Sir, कुछ नहीं समझ में आया, no problem. Tomorrow read it again, then read it again, then read it again. At one point, you will reach the fluency where any material comes to you, you are able to understand there is a background to it, which we call the basic concepts, a prerequisite. There is a assumptions that, and this is common across engineering. There are assumptions that what is there, this is there, this is there. There is a hypothesis where we are trying to do something, something will change in such a way. There is application of some mathematical tool and there are some results. That is engineering. Familiarize yourself with the language of engineering. Because once you understand the concepts, two things happen. First, the size of your intellect increases. असं आहे ना, IQ वाढलं म्हणतो ना आपण ते, IQ बढ़ जाता. In very coarse terms, I will say, तुम्हारा दिमाग का साइज बढ़ता है. Actually होता है. It actually takes place. Okay? The operating system जो है ना आपका RAM बढ़ जाता है, ROM भी बढ़ जाता है. It becomes more efficient. Then solve numericals. It is exam about numericals, nothing else. So you have to start solving numericals. Which numericals? Which numericals will you solve? Yeah? Any? A, N, Y. Any and all numericals you should be able to solve. You should start solving immediately. Okay? Build a habit of solving numericals. How many of us are a little bit scared of numericals? Theory answer दिया exam में theory question पूछो तो हम we are happy. न्यूमेरिकल पूछो तो वी आर लिटिल बिट स्कैर्ड. सही भी हो सकता है, गलत भी हो सकता है. थ्योरी पेपर फॉर एग्जांपल कल अगर थ्योरी पेपर है बिल्डिंग मटेरियल्स या फिर कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम्स, हिस्ट्री ऑफ कंप्यूटिंग, ऐसा कुछ थ्योरी पेपर रहा है, हम क्या करते हैं पिक्चर देखने के लिए कल थ्योरी, राइट? लेट दैट बी द केस विद न्यूमेरिकल, नो प्रॉब्लम. Solve numericals and prepare a formula copy. This formula copy was told to me when I was preparing for GATE. One of the persons who was teaching us at that point, he was from North India, and in North India notebook को लोग copy बोलते हैं, ठीक है? Formula notebook. One formula notebook you should have. You should have all the formulas related to all the concepts given in all the points of the syllabus. सिलेबस में पॉइंट्स दिए, वो पॉइंट में कंसेप्ट है, हर एक कंसेप्ट से रिलेटेड जितने फॉर्मूले सब लिख के निकालो. प्रिपेयर द फॉर्मूला कॉपी. दिस द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ दिस फॉर्मूला नोटबुक इज टूफोल्ड. A friend of mine wanted to go to the US for his masters. So in his final year he gave his JRE exam, TOEFL exam, everything. But then he decided or he realized that he shouldn't go to the US. सिनेरियो खराब है, थोड़ा सा अपन विल स्टे बैक. दिसंबर में he had given GRE, then he decided that I should give I should not go. So his another friend, he had joined a class. क्लास में लोगों ने नोटबुक बनवाया. So दोस्त को बोला कि अरे तेरा नोटबुक देना, फॉर्मूला नोटबुक. He read through that notebook for 115 days, appeared for the game, went to IIT Bombay, did his masters. अरे वो उतना करने हो जाता. Obviously, this guy was brilliant. His concepts were very clear. त्याला गोष्टी माहित होत्या. अभ्यास त्याचा दांडगा होता, स्ट्रॉंग अभ्यास होता. रेफरन्स बुक मधून अभ्यास करायचा. तो काय 8 महिने गेटची प्रिपरेशन करत नव्हता. 2 महिन्यात केली आणि केलं. ठीक आहे? Why? In fact, when I also appeared for the GATE in 2020, at the insistence of a friend of mine, he was like, you have to give the exam. I registered for it, and he gave her notebook to me. This is notebook. Read it. Go appear. XC वाला था, it was an easy paper, nothing very difficult about it. Okay, clear it easily. फॉर्मूला नोटबुक जब आप खुद से बनाओगे ना, MCQ सॉल्व करते समय आप सोचोगे नहीं. यहाँ पे मेरा स्टेज 2 आएगा. वेलकम टू स्टेप 1 हो गया, स्टेप 2 पे आऊंगा. बट प्रिपेयर योर फॉर्मूला. ठीक है? प्रैक्टिस MCQs. तो उधर आपने लिखा था सॉल्व न्यूमेरिकल्स, और इधर आपने लिखा है फर्क है. आप जब न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व कर रहे हो, आप उसको कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली सॉल्व कर रहे हो. गिवन टू प्रूव दैट, अंडरस्टैंड दिस कांसेप्ट, अप्लाई दिस फॉर्मूला, गेट दैट. तो एक कितना लंबा पेज करें, 7 या 8 मिनट, राइट? व्हेन यू डू दैट, व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इज बिल्डिंग योर बॉडी फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग और अटेम्प्टिंग द न्यूमेरिकल्स इन अ प्रॉपर डिसिप्लिन्ड फैशन. ओके? For example, percentage वाला ले लो. If I ask you what is 10% of maybe 364, you will say it is 36.4. But the same question if I had asked you in maybe your 4th standard or 5th standard and you learned percentage, find out the percentage of 362 given 364. To find out 10%, let it be x. 10 upon 100 into 364 is equal to x. Therefore, x is equal to, correct? ऐसे किया था. तो ये स्टेप पहले करना है. You come to step 2, practice MCQs. I call it muscle memory. I call it muscle memory. If you are a right-handed person, you cannot brush your teeth with your left hand. जाके ट्राई करो. ब्रश ही करना है, आपको ब्रश करने नहीं है, right? Because your right hand has the muscle memory of brushing your teeth. फिर ये ऐसे तो करना है. If you go and try, you will feel this is odd, right? This is the memory of the muscle. The muscle has a memory of how to do certain things, right? You go, necktie लगाना है, belt पहनना है, ओढ़ना नहीं पहन सकते, वो बकल में भी नहीं बने, necktie का लूप भी नहीं बने, right? Why? बटन उल्टा लगा के देखो, हम जो शर्ट का बटन है उल्टा वाला नहीं लगा हुआ. Why? Muscle memory. I want all of you to develop, if you want to go and read the GATE, solving MCQs should be a muscle memory. The moment MCQ comes into your picture, you should go into that mode. Okay, now this is MCQ that I am going to solve. This is point number 1, this is point number 2. He is asking me this, so that the concept which will be required is this. I have 4 options. The 2 options are eliminated. I have to run between 2 options. Do I need a calculator? Do I not need a calculator? If yes, what will I do? 1, 2, 3, done. This muscle memory will be a protocol. This muscle memory will be a protocol. If you are brilliant, you are able to do it. Nothing wrong. If you are brilliant, you will be able to do it. But I learned the concept of muscle memory through the practice. Actually, there was this talk of Captain, forgetting his name, Mahindra and Mahindra used to work, white hair guy, he talks, army captain.
Captain
Raghuram. Very good. So, Captain Raghuram was talking about how the Indian Army prepares soldiers. And the IMA, there is boxing. They teach you boxing, right? And there is something known as the IMA whiskey drink. That IMA whiskey ऐसा है कि वो ऐसे हाथ लगा के गोल 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 घूमना है. जमीन पे हाथ रख के गोल गोल घूमोगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली दारू पीने की जरूरत नहीं. It will automatically this way, right? So what they do is, when they are training these people for boxing, they make you go round and round, and you lose balance and they hit. And you have to defend yourself at that point. Okay, क्या करते हैं? मुला से गोल 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 फिरता है ना तुम्हें, चक्कर आ रही है, तो चक्कर आ रही है मारेंगे. The coach or whoever is that instructor will hit you in the face, and you are supposed to defend yourself, block yourself. First time you will get hit, जोर से लगे, because obviously you are weak. Second time you will get hit. Third time you will defend yourself. Fourth time you will defend yourself better. Fifth time you will block that person. So even if you are giddy, because obviously you will get giddy, there is nothing wrong. But your muscle knows कि चक्कर भी आए रहे तो कोई मारता रहा तो उसको हमने कैसे ब्लॉक करना है. This is what they teach you before they allow you to box. Because once you start boxing, exactly हेच होतं की पहिला पंच मारल्यानंतर माणूस असा होतो and first punch knockout नसतो, दुसऱ्या पंचला तो माणूस होतो. So they built a muscle memory through practice. They built their muscle memory through practice. In 2611, so many rooms in the Taj Hotel were cleared out, right? Now the person is going inside, the NSG commandos are going in. The process, you go and check that out, right? The reason I am telling you is clearing the room is very difficult. Because there are civilians as well as terrorists. And you are supposed to shoot. लाइट बंद कर चुके, अंधेरा है पूरा, और आपको गोली मारनी, और वो सिविलियन को नहीं मारने का, सिर्फ टेररिस्ट को मारना. We did not have a single civilian casualty in friendly fire, right? In 2611, they only killed the terrorists. Why? Muscle. How? The talk is there. So you build a muscle memory. MCQs should become a second nature. This will happen only when you practice MCQs daily. Practice 5 MCQs, no problem. You don't have time for 30, practice 5. Just like you scroll through reels. All of you have a fantastic thing that is called a smartphone. It can do wonders for you. On Telegram, there are many quizzes that come. Right? I have seen a couple of them. Quizzes there on Telegram itself. You click, you get an answer. 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 Automatically, वो जो dopamine है उसको उल्टा यूज करो, उसका तुम्हारे फायदे के लिए यूज करो. So you'll get addicted, but you'll get addicted to what? Solving MCQs. क्या नुकसान है? There's no downside to it. Getting my point? How do you do this? Use internet. Use Excel sheet to track. This is very interesting. Google sheet बना लो, Google form बनाओ, जो करना है. Date, number of MCQs attempted, number of correct answers. Number of MCQs attempted, number of correct answers. Number of MCQs attempted, number of correct answers. क्या हो जाएगा? ग्राफ हो जाएगा. वो ग्राफ कभी ऊपर जाएगा, कभी नीचे आएगा. ठीक है? आप कोई बड़ा पेपर सॉल्व कर रहे हैं, थर्मोडायनामिक्स और में एनी ऑफ योर सब्जेक्ट, सिलेबस के सब्जेक्ट है. इस सब्जेक्ट में मैंने इतने एमसीक्यू अटेम्प्ट किए, इतने आंसर करेक्ट है. इतने एमसीक्यू अटेम्प्ट किए, इतने आंसर करेक्ट है. Everything can be done on a phone. You design a Google form for your own self. Every time you attempt a question, attempt at 10 questions, fill that Google form. It will be your progress sheet. You will be tracking your progress. You will be tracking your efforts. Maybe by the end of this year, you will be very happy to say, my goodness, I have solved 5,000 MCQs. 5,000 MCQs. कितने दिन बाकी है? September, October, November, December. 4 months, 120 days. Right? You solve 20 questions every day. You reach 120 into 20. 2,400 उधर ही हो गए. संडे को बैठ के थोड़े 100 ज़्यादा करो. Why is it not difficult to reach 5,000? You will reach 5,000 just like that. Right? What you missed today, you will be extending it daily. Now, I will come to the next one. You will be going for subject-wise MCQs and you will also solve different types of MCQs. You will understand इस type का MCQ आता है. ठीक है? Last. Test series, test series, test series. So first one was, what was the step 1? What do I call it? Build your system. Number 1. Build your muscle memory. Number 2. Once your system is built, when you have the muscle memory, then you will play. Before you go for your exam, appear for the maximum number of test series. You get all of those PSUs. Okay? Now, when I say MCQs and when I say test series, there is a difference. Because MCQ can be a subject MCQ. Okay? MCQ will be a subject. For example, you take strength of materials or surveying, you are doing 50 MCQs related to that. GATE exam में 5 भी नहीं आएंगे. Maybe 3 or 4. Right? But we get it, sorry? We go into that habit of taking one subject and falling in love. Do not do that. Okay? That is for stage 2. Stage 3, you mix everything. How efficient do you switch between subjects? From solving something from mathematics to going something to manufacturing, coming back to design, going to thermal. Switching those subjects is important. That is why I told you it is the game of that exam. सर लेकिन मुझे तो मास्टर्स एक ही ब्रांच में करना है. करेक्ट? एक ही में तो करना है, दूसरे में कहाँ करना है? Still, this switching tells me how agile you are. Mental agility is very important. That is an attribute they are also looking for. Right? So switching between subjects is extremely important. Therefore, not doesn't happen in GATE, but if you appear for some placement companies, they have something known as a sectional cutoff. What do you have? Sectional cutoff. Technical भी चाहिए, थोड़ा soft skill भी चाहिए, interdisciplinary भी चाहिए, aptitude भी चाहिए. तो technical में अच्छे मार्क्स है, soft skill वाला grammar वाला जो पोर्शन है, उसमें थोड़े कम मार्क्स है, aptitude में कुछ भी नहीं है, उसको लेंगे नहीं. You should have a sectional cutoff. It is not there for GATE, but I am just telling you in broad terms. This is the importance of how easily you are able to balance both. Okay? So my step number 2 will be, step number 3 will be test series, test series, test series, play. Now I will not tell you which test series to join. I will not tell you which notes to refer. I will not tell you which website to go for. You will ask me why. What will you ask? So why are you not telling which test series to go, which test series to join? Because the answer is very simple. The answer is very simple. Solve all test series. The answer is full length test series रहेगा ना? सब solve. All. हैदराबाद का है, चंडीगढ़ का है, लखनऊ का है, पुणे का है, सांगली का है, कोल्हापुर का है, मुंबई का है, solve. Eventually, you will run out of questions. Eventually, you will run out of questions. And tell Just look at the last slide. Previous year question papers solve. Previous year question papers जितने अवेलेबल है वो सभी सॉल्व किए बिना अगर आप गेट एग्जाम जा रहे हो तो ठीक है, क्या है मैं कुछ राइट. Solve test series, and this is where 90% of the crowd commits a mistake. 90%. This is where 90% of the crowd commits a mistake. Because of all the people who are appearing for the exam, 80% of them are scared. They are very much scared of it. This is my reading. I am in this profession for almost 6-7 years now. Whenever I ask anybody a question, so solving MCQs? नहीं सर, आधी ना theory वाचून घेतो. म्हणजे daring नाही आहे. The moment I ask them, so you are doing this? I have decided, first I will revise the concept, then I will do this. After that I will solve. Are you an idiot? You want to be a cricketer, right? When you are 2 years old, I will throw a ball at you, see how you hold the bat, how you hit it, yes or no. Or will I tell you, नाही, third standard ला जाईल, मग त्याला physics कळेल बॉलचं काय असतं. टप्पा काय असतो त्याला कळेल, परसेप्शन चांगलं डेव्हलप होईल. आपण आधी त्याला क्रिकेट मोबाईल वरती गेम खेळायला लावूया, त्याच्यानंतर बॉल टाकू. Did your mother teach you how to stand? How to crawl? No, right? Anybody taught you how to crawl? Okay, अभी तुम ऐसे खड़े रहोगे, एक हाथ आगे डाल, दूसरा हाथ, कुछ नहीं था. We learned things on our own. Nobody taught you how to run. Did anybody teach you how to run? So, essentially, why do you want to not do something which you can do? Why do you want to? The only exception to this cricket example is Cheteshwar Pujara. That's a different thing. Right? His father did not allow him to play with tennis ball. You know this, right? No? कितने लोग को चेतेश्वर पुजारा का एग्जांपल नहीं मालूम? So Cheteshwar Pujara's father is a cricket coach himself, and when Cheteshwar was learning cricket, his father did not allow him to play with rubber ball and tennis ball. नहीं करने. तू सीजन बॉल से खेलेगा. He wouldn't play. डांडिया पण नाही खेळायचा, तो हाताला लागला. ठीक है, why not rubber ball? It's a very answer is very interesting. See, the way a season ball will behave and the way tennis ball will behave is different. Yes. So he didn't want his son's mental programming to be tainted by a tennis ball. त्याला थोड़ी टेनिस में खेलना, उसको तो क्रिकेटर बनना था ना इंटरनेशनल. That is why Cheteshwar Pujara is a red ball player. That is a season ball player. Right? That is why if you analyze the technique of Cheteshwar Pujara, everybody will say, including Virat Kohli, Cheteshwar has 1 second extra than everybody else to decide when to hit the ball. Because his perception of the ball is much better. If you play rubber and tennis ना, तो perception वेगळं होतं. मी इकडे तुम्हाला हेच करायला सांगतोय. मी इथे तुम्हाला टेनिस बॉल नेच खेळा सांगतोय, पण नाही. आधी आम्ही जरा कॉन्सेप्टची रिव्हिजन करू. अरे, I am trying to tell you the exact same thing. What is going to be asked in examination? MCQ. Doing this, automatically you will be comfortable with the concept of MCQ. In GATE exam, they are going to ask you MCQ. How you build your concepts is immaterial, right? So doesn't mean that, sir, I will read all the reference book in my second year. In third year, I will solve MCQs. Wrong. You have to play the game which you are supposed to play. Are you getting my point? If you have done even one lecture, maybe 1 week of second year, right? You are qualified to answer at least 2 questions from GATE. सेकेंड ईयर का एक हफ्ता अगर पढ़े हो, एक यूनिट अगर हो गया है, गेट के एग्जाम में के 2 क्वेश्चन आप सॉल्व करने के पात्र हो। अभी सोचो थर्ड ईयर वालों, हम कितने हफ्ते पढ़ते आए हैं एंड हमने कितने क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट किए। आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? एंड फाइनली you were eligible to write the gate last year itself. Got the point? So this is all. Finally, it is a test of how calm you are. Gate unfortunately is a test of how calm you are. Right? Don't rush. Sometimes you get a place which is very far, no rickshaw, no bus, this, that. So that takes place. It is a test of patience and it is a T20 game where the test cricketer excels. It has to be played in 3 hours, but it is a T20 game. But who will excel? Somebody who has played, who has prepared for test. Because if you are prepared for T20, you won't be able to excel. Even if you do, you will be all India rank 1 है, अभी क्या करूँ? ऐसा भी होता है, right? Got the point? Yeah, let's have some questions. Any questions? I know there are a lot of. बताओ. No questions? हाँ, no questions.
Sir, as I am in second year engineering,
Ah.
what should I do from now on so that I'll be able to attend the GATE exam in third year or in final year?
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I'll be very specific. Okay, these are simple instruction based. Second year engineering, first of all, understand what all you are going to learn. Syllabus वाला काम आपको करना ही है. You have to understand the syllabus. Stage 1 and stage 0 आपको करना ही है. And you definitely go to stage 3. Now in stage 3, in second year, what you will be doing is the moment you learn a concept today. Okay, the moment you learn a concept today, go online and watch a video of that concept. Okay? You may find some NPTEL lecture, read, listen to that professor talk. Compare what you learned today and how that person is teaching. Then go to your reference book. Read it. See, I am telling you 3 things. 1 in person, 2nd online, 3rd the reference book. Once you have done that, prepare a small note on that concept. And when I say concept, it is the bit of the GATE syllabus. You are getting it? So there is a law of thermodynamics. Basically, it is there in GATE here. Okay, so this is the law, second law of thermodynamics. You read it through different sources. You prepare your own small note of understanding in your book. This is what you will do running. Okay. Then, after sufficient amount of it is covered, okay, maybe say one subject is done probably, or maybe after 1 month also, depends on your pace again. You start solving questions because by that time you would have attempted numericals here in college also. So once you have attempted numericals here in college, तो आपका वो कंप्लीट हो गया स्टेज 2, स्टेप 2 भी कंप्लीट हो गया. फिर आप एमसीक्यू सॉल्व. जब आप एमसीक्यू सॉल्व करोगे, ट्राई टू कोरिलेट. अच्छा ये गेट में ऐसे आता है तो कॉलेज में ऐसा आता है, कॉलेज में ऐसा आता है, गेट में ऐसा. That way you will be building your own system right in the first semester of second year. Second semester, first year वाले सब्जेक्ट रिवाइज करने एमसीक्यू बेस पे, और सेकंड नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर वाले आपको क्या करना है ये करना. मोमेंट यू गो टू थर्ड ईयर, सेकंड ईयर फर्स्ट सेम एंड सेकंड ईयर सेकंड सेम के सब्जेक्ट्स आपको एमसीक्यू बेसिस पे रिवाइज करना है, और थर्ड ईयर का नया जो कुछ भी पढ़ोगे मैंने जैसे आपको बताया वो देखना. By the time you reach third year, second semester, you would realize that you have ticked off all the boxes on your subject syllabus. सब खत्म हो गया उसके. Actually, you can go.
I also have one more question, which is a bit more, which is actually in brief. So, I want to request you so that you bear with me. So, as I'm in second year and I'm actually planning to give GATE in third and final year, and I'm actually confused now that as my peers are actually joining clubs in this college, and I actually tried to participate in the activities that the clubs pursue, and actually after attending that, I actually got exhausted till I reached home, and I find that I actually sleep much earlier, and I failed to do the daily tasks which I actually had planned. So I am actually confused now, to actually join a club in second year, or to just save that time and invest that time as you suggested.
The person of IIT Bombay, I told you, na, I'll tell you his name, Saptarshi Bhattacharya. He was in Storm Riders, so he was a part of that club which went to Indore. He built a car. He was president of MESA in his time, so he did the innovation in his career. His project was with National Aerospace Laboratory. They were working on how to lift that PSLV rocket. So they designed the platform which will lift the rocket for testing purpose. Exhausted is it is right, you do get exhausted, but then set smaller targets. You don't have to have big targets all the time. रोज मुझे 2 घंटा पढ़, अरे नहीं पढ़ना, 6 घंटा इधर ही पढ़ रहा है ना तू. मैंने एक स्टूडेंट का अरे नहीं करे झाला सारा अभ्यास. See, if you come with a mentality or mindset na, if you have read this, why am I putting so much stress on syllabus? Because when you sit in class, everything is new. अरे वाह वाह वाह, ऐसा होता है कि हमको मालूम नहीं था. नहीं, I have read the syllabus. मैं पढ़ के आया हूँ, मैं चीजें देख के आया हूँ. Sir is just going to repeat what I already know something about. तुमचा प्रॉब्लेम असा आहे की तुम्ही ट्रेलर न बघता पिक्चरला येता आणि तिकडे आल्यावर कळतं की अच्छा सस्पेन्स आहे काय मालूम नाही. तुम ट्रेलर देखो, माइंडसेट बनो, धीरे धीरे आ जाना. And I will tell you one more thing. When you join the class now, your efficiency increases, productivity increases. And you are in second year. It's not that you are going to write your grading period. और 2 साल 27 वाला लिखना है, 26 वाला लिखना है, 26 का लिखना है, 24, 25, 26. But do work in clubs, because that actually develops the other muscle of it. We feel that clubs में काम करना है, प्रोजेक्ट करना है, नहीं इसका MCQ का क्या लेना देना है. मैंने एक और बार करके बताया तो मिलिंद तड़ेले. He cracked. He was Pranav Bormane. He was the captain of this team. Miling Tadale. He was in Baha. Finally, में बाहर कर रहा था. Before that, he was doing that Dune Buggy racing. He went everywhere. IIT, this, that, everywhere. Full time पेरियोर होता मानो. That makes you technically sound, and then you can. Okay. Anybody else? Any other? I have answered the question. Good. Yeah.
At what stage and up to which stage the GATE coaching is effective?
पथ्ये सति पदार्थस्य भेषज द्रविणेन किम्? पथ्ये असति पदार्थस्य भेषज द्रविणेन किम्? संस्कृत सुभाषित. तुमचं पथ्य जर व्यवस्थित असेल तर अशा औषधाची काय गरज? आणि पथ्य जर व्यवस्थित नसेल तर औषधाचा काय उपयोग? ठीक है. GATE coaching depends upon person who is giving the coaching, yes, and the person who is receiving it. Okay, both are important. If you have that mindset, no, we will go for coaching, go there. Sit, understand, learn. It may actually give you that mahal. I am not going to stand there and say, no, coaching is not important, you can do anything. No. You get to do that work ethic. Morning 6 a.m. the classes start, there is a rush. If you get in, you get in. You stay outside, you go through the grind, you understand how people are preparing. What are the strategies? What are the problems? They have some shortcuts. Which shortcuts to use? How to approach? That is very important. So there is no stage up to which it is effective. It is only as effective as you are prepared for coaching. If you approach coaching with no plan of your own, you may risk wasting time. That is true with a lot of things, right? You may waste 4 years of engineering because you approached engineering having no idea. For 12th standard में अच्छे मार्क आते engineering में आ गए. You getting my point? 4 साल बाद में engineer चाय वाला. Nothing wrong. It's good. I have full respect for these things. But the point is, you have to know the context. If you know the context, you will be able to use it better. If you don't know the context, don't know what you are going to do, it may be a problem. Okay? Anything else? Any other question? None?
I'm in first year right now.
Okay.
And so what tips you will give us So from first year onwards, we will start preparing for it.
Okay. First year onwards, try to first master academics. Okay. Second tip will be, actually this will be tip number 1, is be very much interested in everything. Which branch you are from?
Computer science.
Computer science. So be interested. You are in first year, you should come with not a narrow vision, but with a lot of inquisitiveness. What can I do? What are the possibilities? How are things working? Be very much interested in every department, I would say. I've told this in your, I've told this to your seniors, that there are more computer science projects right now in this building.
Yes, I attended the last lecture.
Yeah, there are more computer science projects in this building. Right? So be interested, on the lookout for possibilities. That will actually create a palette. Palette म्हणजे आपण जे खातो ना स्पाइस पॅलेट म्हणतो आपण. एक मसाला जेवणामध्ये कुठले कुठले मसाले जातात. त्याची टेस्ट डेव्हलप होते. So you will also understand, okay, this is cyber security, this is hardware, this is networking, this is data science, artificial intelligence, right? Integrated, interdisciplinary. All these things you will understand. Once you understand, once you are aware of the field, you have to increase your awareness in first year. You cannot say that I scored most highest marks in physics, so I am a good computer engineer. No. You should be the most aware person around and always seeking information. First. That will help you decide what you want to do. If you have decided right now, nothing like it. If you have not decided, by the end of first year, you will get, okay, these are 3 or 4 things I can do. Then use the same strategies, get in, do whatever you want. Okay? Next. Somebody else had a question? Yeah.
How to manage resources and how to choose resources which you want to use.
Very good. How to choose resources which we want to use. The best answer to that question will be, first of all, GATE requires a single resource, that is your own notebook. I will tell you about resources for GATE. Unlike other competitive exams, maybe say you get GRE or something like that. CAT, even CAT for example. GATE is going to ask you questions from the same thing. Right? So if you are studying strength of materials, GATE is going to ask you about the beam. Is it wrong? It will ask something else about the beam. So the scope of the questions which appear in GATE is very limited. This is the top secret. क्या है? इसके बाहर GATE में नहीं जाए. हाँ, depth में जा सकता है. It can go and it can ask a question which is in depth, but it is not going to ask something very out of the ordinary question. Okay? So first and foremost, go to the reference books to understand the concepts. That is resource number 1. Reference book will build your concepts. Resource number 2 will be a wide variety of MCQs. Okay? These are all available on the internet. There are some very good websites. You can refer to them. Okay, which cover the concept, and you will come to know as you look at, okay, you studied this, okay, what these are the things. On the internet, in fact, San Foundry is the name of that website, where you can get topic-wise MCQs. Say fluid. If you want to introduction to fluid mechanics, इसमें भी सब topics हैं. Properties of fluid, उसके MCQs अलग हैं, इसके MCQs अलग हैं. So that will actually help. And third and the most important resource will be all previous year questions of GATE. Question paper print करो. दिवाली में एक शर्ट कम थोड़ी कोई नहीं होता. पटाखे कम ही फोड़. But here सारे पटाखे फोड़ा, it's good thing. But do this, invest money there. Because these are the basic resources. Because other than that, all these coaching classes, they have their own guides, they have their own materials. Material में क्या देने वाले हो?
Test series and notes.
To know the tricks, you have to join. Join, nothing like that. Notes are there, prepare your own notes. And then compare. And then you will come to know, okay, I have better notes than this. No problem. And I think in GATE, do we have some GATE question? GATE material? Yes. Some of the GATE material is also there in Shastra Coach, that is the library of CEC. You can take some, you can read it. I think mechanical engineering is there. But others we try to source. Yeah? Any other question? That's it? Like the session? Yes. It was good? Yes. I was pleasantly surprised to see everybody on a Saturday when it is raining. Yeah?
One more question.
Yeah.
So we make our own strategy, but how to identify our strategy is correct?
How to identify strategies? Correct. Benchmarking. So when you are solving MCQs, right? When you are solving test series, you will get the results. You will get the results. So good, better question would have been how to change your strategy if you are not getting the results. That will call for a deeper discussion. That will be based on, okay, where am I failing? I am failing in this. There are 4 subjects and I am getting, third subject I am not getting good marks. Okay. There are 4 subjects, one is good, second is good, third subject I am not getting good marks. What should I do? Where exactly am I going wrong? Because here attempt is also important because negative है ना. So मालूम है तो attempt करो, नहीं मालूम तो मत करो. So this is the answer question. So many times students ask, sir, how to decide about negative attempt? I tell them don't. I cannot tell you. It is going to be your decision, your judgment. So how to solve a paper? It is again you have done that, right? Leave for review, mark and leave for review and all. Done that before? No. So look at the question. You know the answer. Solve. Okay? You don't know the answer 50-50. Make a note. So GATE के interface में भी you can make a note. You can answer and make a note. And you can just make a note. Answer and make a note म्हणजे क्या है? I have answered this question, but उधर marking करके रखा है, क्योंकि मुझे इसको वापस आके check करना है. So at the end of exam, it will accept the answer. आपने सिर्फ mark करके रखा, mark in the sense highlight करके रखा. हाँ question एकदा बघायचा बस. Just you highlight it. So no answer, you have not answered the question. Then you can come review the question, answer it, or you may not answer. Both are possible. Okay? You don't want to attempt the question, don't do anything to it. That is also possible. That is the interface for meter. So how to change the strategy, how to work on your own strategy, what to do with your own strategy. You will know this when you have worked for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Now you know why I am asking all of you to solve one full length GATE paper every Sunday. So what will happen? On Sunday what you did, woke up, breakfast, fresh हो गए, एक GATE paper solve करो, दोपहर को सो जाओ आराम से. ठीक है? शाम को जब आप रिव्यू करोगे आपको पता चलेगा कि ये अच्छा हुआ है, ये खराब है. You can go on improving on and on. But ज्याचा अर्थ सगळं काम सगळं सोडून नाही मी GATEच करणार आहे, go, because then you will fail in the interview. Score is good. Score is too good. ये सब किया. इंटरव्यू दे रहे ना मास्टर्स के लिए. तब क्या बात करो? ठीक? That is a different ball game we'll talk about. Have I answered your question? Anybody else? Yeah.
So do you personally know any good coaching institutes for GATE and Delphi Jensford or Wacker?
No. I actually don't know. I genuinely don't know. Anybody else? That's it? Huh?
Sir, if my branch is ANTC and if we are giving GATE, so in there many subjects are there and we have chosen whatever we want to take.
The paper, not subject, paper. Paper मतलब mechanical is a paper, electronics is a paper, metallurgy is a paper, civil engineering is a paper. Paper म्हणजे stream असते. Within that paper there are many subjects. So if you are going the GATE for electronics, so you will have subjects from electronics in that same paper. Okay?
And sir, my branch is ANTC, but I want to give paper in different subject.
Like? Sorry?
Different stream.
Okay, which stream?
Computer science.
Okay.
So can you do that?
You just go online and check the eligibility. There will be eligibility criteria. Just go online, check the eligibility criteria. Because you may want to give them 2 papers. So just look at that which combination is there. Okay. Anybody else? That's it? Moment I said that's it. You want to ask a question? Okay. So thank you again. Thank you for turning out in a good number, right, for this lecture. I was not sure, so that's why we kept it online also. But physical, I think it's a bit different compared to online, right? So once again, thank you. We'll close this lecture. and I will see all of you next Saturday with a different lecture. And again, to those who joined online, thank you very much. That's it.
Yes.